You guys know how much I hate making videos that will become irrelevant, and this video is no exception. So many people asked me to make a video about this topic, and I thought of making a quick ideas video and then deleting it later, but that isn't my style either. I ended up finding a way to keep the video relevant so that it can stay, but I just wanted to make this clear. Topics like this die off, they become old very fast, and are normally just talked about to boost views, which is why I dislike them. Regardless, this is a topic that needs to be addressed. So let's get into it. YouTube is a service that through many years has given everyday people the power to share their personalities and skills over the internet. No longer do you have to be on TV to get your 15 minutes of fame, and as nice as that is, the greatest thing about it is that it allows you to build yourself a community, build yourself a persona, and build yourself a job. Many use YouTube as a source of income, even to an extent that YouTube alone is their job. Making videos, entertaining, and it's a dream job for many. But the problem is that every company out there thrives on one thing, and this one thing generally comes before anything else. Recently, YouTube has implemented new terms of service guidelines that are a bit terrifying, and I'll go over them now. According to the advertiser-friendly content guidelines, sexually aggressive content including partial nudity and sexual humor is not allowed. Violence, including displays of serious injury and events related to violent extremism, is not allowed. Inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language, is no longer allowed. Promotions of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, using, and abuse of such items, is prohibited. Controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflict, natural disaster, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown, is now prohibited. Now, all of these are very vague, and I'll go over that in a bit, but first, what are the consequences for those who disobey? Are they kicked off YouTube? Well, not exactly. When it comes to YouTube, I stated before that some content creators make money off this site. With this new agreement, those people who violate this very vague terms will be subject to losing their monetization on the video in question. YouTube says here, if any of the above describes any portion of your video, then the video may not be approved for monetization. If monetization is approved, your video may not be eligible for all available ad formats. YouTube reserves the right to not monetize a video, as well as suspend monetization features on channels that repeatedly submit videos violating our policies. Now I'm going to look at this from both sides, as I always do, because I feel there are people out there blowing this out of proportion, but I'd like to address their side. With these new guidelines coming into effect, there are a lot of channels who could easily lose their monetization. People who cuss, people who show sexually aggressive content, those who do drug-related content for any reason, those who discuss politics, those who discuss or display disasters and tragedy, and those who talk about or show off war videos. And this is so vague that any channel could lose all of its income. No longer would most be interested in making videos, as this isn't a hobby for everyone. For some people, it's a living, and if their videos fall into this category and monetization is disabled, why would they continue? This could be tragic, and it's a scary thought. However, I have to be my cynical self and debunk this just a little bit. See, I don't think YouTube is being as extreme as others are saying, and though I read the terms and conditions, a lot of what people are saying is illogical. See, YouTube thrives off the revenue from the content creators. Without them, this site would die, and YouTube knows this. That is why this idea that YouTube is going to start taking away monetization is illogical, because if they did so, they couldn't make money off the videos either. So what do you believe, Barry? If you're so smart, what is YouTube doing? Well, YouTube is a business, and with this, you must try to think like a business. In the past, YouTube has suffered from many lawsuits from other companies, to content creators who were banned, and everything in between. YouTube has given the people a very pro-consumer platform, and because of this, we have a lot of power, even over YouTube itself. What I feel YouTube is doing is trying to ensure that if it makes a decision, its rules are just vague enough so that no matter who they ban from this site or what action they take, no matter who is copyright struck off the face of YouTube, nothing can come back on them. In the past, if someone was booted off YouTube, they could try and sue for their channel back, and though it's rare that they ever got it back, this is a headache that YouTube dealt with a lot. How hard is it to sue someone when their rules are so vague that literally everyone falls into every category? Even if you've only made 5 videos on YouTube, there has got to be at least one guideline broken in there that they can use against you, and this is what I think makes the most sense. Now you may say, YouTube isn't doing this to kick people off the site. It's being used to remove people's monetization. And as true as this is, these things fall hand in hand. Taking away someone's income is a good way to make them decide to take off, and this could easily be a passive way of going about it. Regardless, I don't think YouTube is dumb enough to implement any system that proactively makes it lose money, which, if this worked the way everyone thinks it's going to, this is what would happen. We all just need to calm down a bit, take a breath, and enjoy your content, because even though YouTube is very far from perfect, it's not going to make any drastic changes. I mean, I could be wrong, but again, I doubt a company hell-bent on making money would stitch its pockets up so normal money would accidentally fly in. It just doesn't make any sense. However, there are 2 things I want to say in regards to this subject that do need saying. Us flinching at every tiny thing is stupid. Yes, a lot of sites kowtow to the demands of SJWs, and a lot of us suffer because Tumblr, or 4chan, or Reddit fell victim to censorship, but YouTube knows it's not the only video hub out there. We have Vimeo, we have Dailymotion, and literally anyone can make a site like YouTube. YouTube itself was made in 2015 by amateurs, and look how it did. Imagine what someone could do now, but that's not the point. The point is, there are other places to go, and even if YouTube was proactively trying to kill itself, who cares? We could take our videos down and post them somewhere else. But there's something I'd like to say to YouTube. I could be wrong. Of course I could. And if it's true that you want to screw all of us and yourself by taking monetization away for vague and pointless reasons, so be it. But it would be the most illogical thing I would see any company do as of yet. YouTube. You might be great, but if the Earth started dying, we would simply fly to another planet. It's not like we would have any regrets. Do you understand what I'm saying, YouTube? Don't be an idiot. It's fine if you want more control, but you gave all of your power to the consumer from the get-go, and we aren't ready to let that go, so again, be careful. One wrong move, and I might be subscribing to a whole different website.